Hello everyone, welcome back to Math Specs. My name is Stephanie and today we're going to continue with our Fractions in 5 series, and today we are learning how to divide fractions. First, we're going to begin with some fraction basics. Fractions have numerators and they have denominators. Numerators are the numbers on top. So we have 3/2 divided by 2/5. 3 and 2 here on the top would be our numerators. Denominators are the numbers on the bottom. So down here, we have 2/5, 2 times 5, well, 2 and 5, and these would be our denominators, okay? So when we divide two fractions, we multiply the reciprocal of the second fraction. So here we would have 4/5 times 4/1. And now you're probably thinking, how do I find a reciprocal? So let's go ahead and learn that. To find the reciprocals of fractions, we simply flip the positions of the numerators and the denominators of that fraction. So the top number becomes the bottom number, and the bottom number becomes the top number. So here we have 5/8. And if we wanted to find the reciprocal, we would flip this fraction. So 8, which was on the bottom before, now becomes the number on the top, and 5, which was on the top, now is in the bottom. So our numerator, 5, became a denominator in our reciprocal, and 8 here in the denominator became a numerator in our reciprocal. So what would you write as a reciprocal for 1/4? Well, we would simply flip the fraction, and it would be 4/1. Now, if you had 3/2, our reciprocal would be 2/3. Okay, now let's go ahead and use this new skill in dividing fractions. For our first example, we're asked to divide 5/8 by 4/3. So I am actually going to write the reciprocal of the second fraction. So 4/3. Our reciprocal would be 3/4, right? Now, to divide, I would simply multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction, which we said was 3/4. So we multiply numerators times the numerators and the denominators times the denominators. And we've done this before in the previous video. So 15/32. Now, you may also see division problems for fractions like this. And what you would do is you would write 5/8 and you would flip this bottom fraction. So we would write 3/4. Okay, and our answer would still be the same thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to the next example. Here we're asked to divide 1/3 times 3/10. And what I'm going to do first is find the reciprocal of 3/10. So 3/10 is the same thing as 10/3. So now to divide these fractions, we have to multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So I write 1/3 times 10/3. Now I multiply our top numbers together and our bottom numbers together. So we would get 10/9. Or if we were to be given something like this, we would write 1/3 times 10/3. We would essentially flip this or write the reciprocal and multiply the first fraction. So we'd also get 10/9. Okay, so let's continue to our next example. In this example, we're asked to divide 1/7 by 2/5. So I'm going to write the reciprocal of 2/5, and that would be 5/2. Now to divide, we multiply by the reciprocal. So 1 times 5 on the top and 7 times 2 on the bottom. That would give me 5/14. Now, if I were given something like this, I would simply multiply by the reciprocal, and it is exactly what we got the first time. It's just a different way to write it, but it is essentially the same approach. Let's go ahead to our final example. Here we're asked to divide 2/3 by 1/9. So I'm going to find the reciprocal of 1/9. That would be 9/1. Now to divide, I multiply by the reciprocal. So I multiply 9/1. And to multiply fractions, we multiply the top times the top and the bottom times the bottom. 2/9 will give me 18. 2 times 9 will give me 18, and 3 times 1 will give me 3. You can reduce this to 6. Okay, where if I was given something like this, then I would write 2/3. I would flip this bottom fraction, and I would get the same thing. Okay, hopefully you found this helpful. And congratulations, now you know how to divide fractions. In the next video, we're going to discuss mixed numbers and improper fractions. Thank you for your time and good luck.